What's going on, guys? Today we're at US 13 Dragway right here at home in Delaware. Big news. Before we go any further, I want to let you know it's finally happened. Thursday, September 1st, they're doing their Thursday night street fights, and it's going to be a no prep event. Small tires going to be $100 buy-in. You know I'm going to be there, and I hope that everybody else comes out too. Today we came out here after watching the videos the weekend. There were some changes and adjustments I wanted to make. I had the car up in the air yesterday and I reset the rear ladder bars. It seems like they were moving around a little bit, so I went ahead and reset them, and I took a look at where the shock settings were at, thought about where they were previously. It's apparent to me that we need some testing. The 60 foot just isn't where it should be, and it's not consistent. So we came out here today, we rented the track with a couple other folks, nice track rental. We've got all day long pretty much to make as many hits as we want. It's gonna be nice because we're gonna be able to take our time, see what these changes we make and how they work, how they affect the car. We're supposed to be going down to English Mountain this weekend. They've got a big race, and I'm looking forward to it, but I really wanna make sure the car is 100% tip top and ready to go for that. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the tune-up, and we're probably gonna start with something really pretty soft and just see what it does. I've already changed the rear shock settings to a point where I want to start. Today's gonna be nice and easy. There's not a line to wait in. We don't have to wait for a class, whatever. We just go at our own pace. So I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully today should be the day that we can hit our goals and exceed them, pending that everything goes okay, and we'll learn a lot about the rear suspension. The front suspension, I've seen all these comments on the videos, guys. Trust me, I put brand new coilovers and double adjustable shocks on the front. They are maxed out tight. I cannot slow the front down anymore. I had the rear shocks maxed out, but I think that I was moving in the wrong direction, so we're gonna try that. Hopefully we can make some progress in the 60 foot. If we make progress in the 60 foot, it's gonna be way easier to make progress the whole 660. We're also gonna work on figuring out our boost ramps. A lot of people have been saying, hey, you need to get CO2, you need to get this, that, and the other. It doesn't matter. Why I'm gonna say it doesn't matter is because this. At the end of the day, I would still have to do the same thing. If I had CO2, I might have to put 10, 15, 20 pounds of dome pressure on top of the dome to make the boost that I want to make. We're doing the same thing with duty cycle. What you have to keep in mind is the amount of pressure on top of the wastegate it takes to keep it closed and make the boost you want to make is different under different load conditions. What's a different load condition? First gear, second gear, third gear, all different load conditions. RPM plays a factor in this as well. So I wanted to switch everything over. I have a whole compressed air setup, 3-port Mac valves, everything. I was gonna switch it over, but after talking to Derek, I'm like, you know, we're making progress, and this is all stuff that I would have to redo anyway. So I don't want to cut myself short on the progress we've made. Let's keep moving forward. He is talking about building us some advanced tables to kind of do some other tricky stuff. So we're gonna see if maybe we can get our hands on some of those today. We're gonna keep making progress, that's it. You guys can see we've gone faster. Mile an hour has picked up tremendously. We're moving in the right direction. I'd really hate to change the setup we have now and try something different. I'd like to give it more of a chance. We just haven't done enough with it, and I think today is gonna be the perfect day to let us know, hey, we're moving in the right direction, keep doing what you're doing, you're going the right way, or it's time to make a change and switch up the way that you control the boost. I'm gonna get loaded up, I'm gonna check the tune-up out, and we're gonna go make one. Let's go ahead and get after it, and hopefully this will be a nice easy pass that will 60 foot well, and we can see what's going on with the rear suspension, the rear shock settings, and we can build from there. Let's go do it. see what it is. 60 foot felt good. It left really soft, worked very well. I did grab the scramble because it was working so easily. I was like, oh, this is easy, you know what I mean? It just, and it felt kind of slow. So we're gonna go ahead and pull on up there. Nick is gonna have the ticket. They don't have the ticket up here. It's at the start line. So we'll see what the 60 foot look like, and then we'll go from there. Not bad though. I can tell you the rear suspension, I remember driving down these pit lanes the other night, and I softened up the rear shocks quite a bit, and I can feel it. It's much softer in the rear. The 60 foot felt good. I don't think I really spun or anything, but I did have it turned down quite a bit. So we'll see what the time slip produced, and then we'll go from there.
So we may have stumbled upon something. That tune-up was incredibly soft, like very, very soft, and went the fastest 60 foot the car has ever gone. So I think we're onto something here. I think we might be making some forward progress. I got to check out and see what cut it is we hit. I think it was I want to say it was boost cut, just because I knew I grabbed a scramble, but that 60 foot means we came to party. That I can work with. Let's figure out the rest of it. Maybe that's why it felt slow, because it just worked so well and everything did what it was supposed to do. So I also want to focus today on maybe trying to settle down that bump a little bit. The problem with the bump is it's very easy to go too far. It's very easy to take enough out of the bump to where it doesn't bump anymore at all, and then you're losing a race. So I think today is going to be a good day to focus on that. I think 60 foot, launch everything where it's at. Right now we're going to leave it alone. I'm going to look at the log, see what cut we hit, and now let's see if we can run one completely out the back door, because it went to the 330 pretty quick. 330 time is good. Yeah, so we've got the makings of a very, very good pass here. Just we got cut off.
Yeah, it's time for another one. We're gonna go ahead. I just loaded a tune-up in it. Dramatically cut the time of launch retard. We had it spread over 2 seconds last time. Now we're gonna do the same 10 degrees, but we're gonna bring it all in within 1 second. Still leaving it 6 pounds, still leaving it 3,800, very, very soft. I made a small adjustment to the bump, so hopefully we'll see how that works out for us. But the game plan here is just going to be, let's go ahead and try to make the full pass A to B. Don't grab the scramble. Let's just see what it does, how fast it goes, how much boost it makes, all that. I did turn boost cut up a little bit just in case I get greedy in third gear. The big thing there was just the feeling in the car was very, very calm, very smooth, very slow. And sometimes it'll trick you, because that's what happened. It actually was the best 60 and pretty close to the best 330 to date. So sometimes when they're smooth, slow is smooth, smooth is fast, you know, old school stuff. Back in the day when we was in the Army and we used to do all that, slow is smooth, smooth is fast, it works in drag racing too. So I just got to keep that in the back of my mind, that if it feels like that again, it's probably working like it's supposed to, and it's probably going to do pretty well. So don't try to force it along or anything. Let's just see what the car does and go from there. Let's go make another one. I'm ready. did start making some steam and mile an hour at the top end. It felt pretty good. I think that's something right there we can build on. Obviously, the launch retard, you know, we shortened that up. That wasn't really, really didn't cause us any issue. It felt like it was working pretty good. I got to get a little bit better about timing my second to third gear shift, but that's part of why we're out here. You know, seat time, get it right. Get the seat time, get it figured out, and like I said, so far I've got no complaints. I can't complain. That felt pretty good. Went A to B, made some steam at the top end. I felt like we had a decent mile an hour out the back. I don't think it was the fastest ever, but it was decent. Let's go get the time slip and find out. Yes. Oh my goodness. That's what I'm talking about. Not too much faster in the 60 though. 330 picked up, so oh man, that's a great weight lifted off the shoulders. Oh, all right, let's call Mallory. Oh, hey babe.
Hey.
594 at 122. Yep.
Hey.
So we did it.
Let's see it again.
Huh?
Good smile.
Oh yeah.
No, you moved it. Ah.
Yep. So we did it.
No, you did it.
Thank you, babe.
How's it feel?
Oh, it feels much better. The mile an hour didn't feel that fast. I knew it had some. Like I thought it was maybe in the 119, 120, but that worked. So.
Adjustment did you do?
Huh?
What did you adjust?
I just took some launch retard out. I moved it from, instead of coming all in 2 seconds, I moved it all in 1 second, which really didn't do shit for our 60 foot because it was still 139. But the 330 was a little quicker, and I didn't change anything other than just that launch retard and stuff. Just let it ride all the way out the back without grabbing a scramble, and it worked.
So no scramble.
No scramble, nope. So I don't even think we made 24 pounds though. I don't think so. So we're gonna find out. I'm gonna pull a log, but yeah.
Are you gonna make another pass?
Oh, we're here till 8 o'clock, babe. Of course.
Okay, alright.
So now it's just shortening the 60 and seeing how much boost we can throw on it, and it'll work.
Congratulations, that's freaking awesome.
Thank you, babe. Finally.
You did it.
Finally.
You did it.
Finally. Well, thank you, Spicy Meatball. I love you.
I love you.
I love you too, Meatball. All right, we're gonna try and see if we can go faster now. All right, love you. We finally hit the goal. It was an okay pass. You know, it went A to B. It did everything it was supposed to do. I did short shift a little bit, first to second, and then I was a little late on second to third. So definitely just, I got to get used to it, because part of it is about timing. Like when you're in the car, you know, and you make the pass, you kind of get used to where you're at timing wise before you click the shift and everything. And right now, because we're going faster and we're doing different stuff, it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. So it's not the end of the world, you know, but we can tell that it left some time on the table, because at the top of first gear we only made 19 pounds. Then at the top of second gear we made 20 pounds. And as we were coming out the back, before I let out, we had made 24 pounds. So I would like to see us make 24, 24, 24. I think that I can accomplish that by leaving with a little bit more boost. I noticed previously that if I had left on 7 pounds instead of 6, we seemed to hit that 24 pound target a little bit easier, because we left with more, so it was easier to create. I really just don't know what to say. I got no complaints. I mean, the only thing that I want to complain about is the fact that I turned the bump down and it felt like it bumped a lot harder. This time, maybe this time I'll swing for the fences on turning the bump down. Like, I'll really make a drastic change in the bump. I'd really love to use duty cycle, but we don't have it set up yet, and that's going to take some playing with. We would literally have to sit here and just do nothing but put it on the trans brake, test it, put it on the trans brake, test it, whatever. And that's something we can probably do a little bit more in the driveway than at the track. So I'm still going to use the single pulse feature, and we're just gonna, that was 0.135. We had started at 0.16, so let's just go ahead and knock it down to 0.08, and we'll see what happens there. There's gonna be a slight change of plans. So somebody just went down the track, and I don't know, they had to shut it down for a second. I was talking to Derek, confirmed that we probably should be easy on trying to make any more than 24 pounds, seeing what the fuel pressure's doing. It could be a fuel pump, could be the fuel pressure regulator itself. It could be a couple things. We're mostly leaning towards the fuel pump, but he said, hey, you're a few tenths off of what that mile an hour is. Like, go get after the 60 foot and the 330. So what we're gonna do now is we cranked it up. We're gonna leave 4,000, 7 pounds, no launch retard. We're gonna see if we can make this thing 60 foot. Good in the 60 foot though.
60 was a little better.
Yeah. How much better? No, it will. 138. A little bit better. But yeah, I think we hit boost cut. Pretty much the way that went down. We left with more, and that allowed it to gain more quicker and screwed us. And really not the type of improvement in the 60 foot I would have thought for how much more power we just added to it. So yeah, let's go figure that out. All right, we're gonna try something here. So the last pass went pretty well, other than the fact that I think we hit boost cut. I have an idea. Now, the proper way to do this is to really line it all out and figure out exactly what it wants, where it wants, how it wants it. But there's a lot of variables when you change RPM and your leave and everything else. So what I've done is created a table, which I believe is going to work. What the table here is going to do is if it goes above 24 pounds of boost, if it sees 24 pounds of boost, it's going to start pulling duty cycle out of the MAC valves. And that should enable us to not throw away a pass. And what I mean by that, like this last one where we just hit boost cut and it threw it away, this is like an extra safety that I'm going to put in to say, hey, if we miss the mark on the tune-up, until we get more and more and more figured it out, and until we get a very 110% solid handle on it, this should help us from throwing away a pass by hitting boost cut and the car just shutting off. Because when it hits boost cut, it cuts the ignition, and then that's it. That's all you got. So I think what we're gonna do is try this. We're just gonna give it a try. I mean, that's why we're at a track rental. We're gonna try this and see if it works. This is what track rentals are for, to try stuff, to learn the car, to figure out what we can do, what we can't do, what we can make happen, all that kind of stuff. So let's try it again. We're gonna leave the tune-up completely alone, but we're gonna try my new boost modifier table to see if we can keep ourselves from hitting boost cut. Let's try it. What the hell happened there? That's back. I was excited. I thought that was good.
It was good, but I was talking to the dude up there because we both noticed you were kind of like drifting a little bit, and that's why we think you lost a little bit of time.
Yeah. So, anyway, just driving it a little too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird. I mean, that's still a good time. Like,
Yeah.
that's not bad. There's a lot of good news in this, though. We didn't change the tune-up, and we didn't hit boost cut, which means that boost modifier table that I just made works. And we also got the best 60 foot so far of the car. So, 330, was pretty good. Mile an hour was the same. Yeah, so I think we're good. I think my built-in safety works. Now I just need to turn the safety down a little bit. Like, I had it pulling 7% of the duty cycle out when it hits 24 pounds. I don't think we need to pull 7%. I'm gonna check the log, we're gonna see what that looks like. But I do believe that what happened there is we probably went to hit boost cut who knows how many times. Modifier worked like it's supposed to. Holly is awesome. I love that you can just like go in and do stuff like that. So now we know we've got a base, we've got good passes, we've got, that was the fastest 60 the car ever made. We're doing well, and the funny part is it was the fastest 60 the car ever made. We're doing it. We're making progress. Now, at least I know with the modifier in there, I never have to worry about hitting boost cut again. If I hit boost cut, it's not gonna let me. It's just gonna say, okay, we see you're gonna hit boost cut, so we're gonna, we'll turn you down a little bit and keep you from doing that. So, awesome thing. I ain't mad at it at all. Let's go, baby. Let's go. One day, I will stop messing with this Terminator X and get an ECU worth a damn. We've been using the handheld display to data log, and that has been working, except the last pass it did something funky, and I thought, hey, let's just give it another shot, we'll see what's up. Now it's doing the same thing again, where, oh, okay, now it's saying not found. All right, that's a memory card thing, because it's computer memory card, but bam. The log file appears to be a version the software is not recognized. You may need to run the log file conversion tool or upgrade your software. Would you like to run the log file conversion tool? This has never happened. Literally, the first two passes on this memory card, same way, everything the same, no problem. Now, we're not getting data. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is here, because that's not cool, and that's not gonna work. The struggles of using the Holly Terminator rear its ugly face again. This sucks, because even when I click yes, it just doesn't do anything. We could really use some data. That pass was not the fastest pass we've made today, but it was fastest to the 60 foot. Nick says that you said I was driving a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a look at that, and yeah, because this is not as fast as straight down. So, we'll figure it out though. Hey, at least now we've got a boost cut modifier in place that will keep me from aborting a pass. So I would much rather run that pass back to back to back to back to back and have consistency versus, hey, I don't know what's going on with this thing, and now boost cut is gonna boost cut is gonna screw me, and I'm gonna shut off halfway through the pass. Had I had something like that when we were in the finals of the stock block shootout, we probably still wouldn't have won, but I wouldn't have stopped pretty much right where I was at. So
realize that if I'm trying to command 7 pounds of boost and it's trying to modify it and all that, yeah, we're not gonna have a good time. So let's go check over everything. Because that just didn't have any boost. We had no boost there. I'm a big dummy. I know what happened there. As soon as I was trying to bump in and it wouldn't bump in, I knew exactly what was happening there. When I set up the boost modifier table to add boost, I forgot, now that I just realized, the number that I put in, it wasn't going to add, it was just going to be that. So when I said add 2%, it actually went to 2%, I think is what happened here. And hopefully we get a log this time. I tried a different memory card to see if that was the issue. But if not, I know a way we can still work around it. So we'll get it. I think right now it's probably 7:22. Yep, so we probably got enough time to let this thing cool down, fix my screw up on the modifier table, and make one more. So let's go do that. It looks like I messed up on that boost modifier table a little bit. Fortunately, I did that here in track rental. That's why we do this stuff, so that way, you know, if you're gonna mess it up here. Don't mess it up track day, race day, when you're trying to race somebody and it ends up costing you a victory. So I reset that, kind of put it back to where it was, and we've only got just enough time to make one more hit. So I'm gonna check the tire pressure now, and we're gonna get after it, make our last one for the day. If nothing else, we've crushed our goals and then backed it up some, so that's good news. Now we're just gonna try to back it up one more time and go from there. Then we will take it home, maintenance it, do whatever we got to do to get ready for English Mountain this weekend. I think, you know, I'm a lot more confident than I was, I can tell you that. That's for damn sure. Every time we come out with this thing, it gets faster, we learn more, we understand it more. So I think we've been doing a good job of that, and now we just got to keep on with the progress. Keep going, keep racing, keep lining up next to folks, keep hitting a tree, keep figuring out what this thing does and doesn't like, and hopefully we'll continue to make the progress we've been making and just keep going faster. Let's see what we can do for the last one. Never have to worry about hitting boost cut again. Wow! That was insane! That thing was flying! Oh my goodness. I think we still hit boost cut, but that thing, I calmed down the boost cut a little bit, and maybe I shouldn't have. But that thing was hauling ass. At least it felt like it. I could be wrong. We'll know by the 60, the 330. We'll know by the 330. But it felt like she was, whew. Yeah. Wow.
Like I said, you've had better, but I think you'll enjoy this for the last pass of the day.
I know I will. Oh yeah. Oh man, it felt faster than that. It felt like it was going faster than that. But, I mean, that is the perfect, probably, way to end the day. We did hit boost cut or something at the end. We were down.
We saw a puff of white smoke come up.
Yeah, because probably it just cut the ignition off right there. But, not bad. Not bad at all.
2 PBs in one day?
I mean, yeah. We've been hitting a goal. I mean, it went faster to the 330 than I think it's gone all day. Like, we got to figure out, there's there's a fine line and balance between how I leave, where I leave, you know, hitting the shifts right, everything else. But you know what? We're doing it. We're making good progress. I still think that there's something up with this rear. We've been checking it all day, and I've been making sure it's tight, making sure it's straight and everything, and it still just feels just doesn't feel 100% right. So I think this week, before we head out to Tennessee, I'm going to spend some more time. What's today? Tuesday? Yes, we got some more time to spend checking it out and seeing if maybe I can get something working a little bit better for this rear end. As far as, you know, I think suspension wise, I think we're doing okay now. I think the issue is more so these ladder bars just keep wanting to kind of twist and turn and move a little bit every time I let off the button. So it is what it is. Look, well, that I can tell you right there, that is the slowest mile an hour we've had all day, but went almost the fastest we've gone all day with the slowest mile an hour, which means when we hit boost cut, we were getting ready to be riding at this joker. I ain't mad at it. Hey, we came, we saw, we accomplished our goal, we finally hit it. So now it's just time to get back to work. We got a maintenance, there's some stuff we got to fix. I know, like I said, the rear, we got to check over the fluids, all that kind of stuff. I have to figure out, we're going to check now and see if it logged this time. But we've got to figure out what's going on with the logging and why it's not working the way that it's supposed to, because the best I can tell you is that, you know, well, I think we hit boost cut, but there's other things that would cut it off too, and I don't want to just sell myself short of like, hey, you know, we hit boost cut and it could be something else that's a problem. So we definitely gotta get the logging figured out. Honestly, we're probably going to be fighting this until I get something like a Holley HP or something Dominator that has a better logging capability and auto logs and does all that kind of stuff, because right now I don't know why. It could just be me, you know. I just don't understand why it logs 2 passes, we change absolutely nothing, do everything the same, and then the other passes it doesn't log. It has the file, but then it pulls it up that it's some kind of weird file type. I don't know what the issue is. So that's going to be it for this video. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys hopefully this weekend. English Mountain Raceway Saturday. They're doing their race. They're putting a lot of money on top of the pot. And, you know, we went forward today, then we went a little bit backwards, but then we're back on track, right back on track again to where we need to be. So I think that, you know, we're going to have a good time. We're going to enjoy ourselves. I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. So thank you guys as always. I'll catch you in the next video. But for now, we got to load this thing up, get some food, go home, celebrate with Mallory because she couldn't come out today, and the kids. And so we're going to go home and celebrate our victories with them, and then all hit the road for next time. English Mountain, Tennessee, here we come. Let's go, baby.